All right. Well, it is 3 o'clock, ladies. Are we ready?
We're ready.
Yeah.
Ready. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome. I am super excited to be here with you today to share how to tap into online revenue with consultations. This is a brand new program, a brand new system called the W.E.D.A.R.E system. And we have been doing this since the coronavirus pandemic actually broke out. Some of our mastermind members have been implementing this now for the past few weeks and have seen amazing results. So I actually invited few of them to be with us today so they can share their own success stories with you and tell you how they have implemented the W.E.D.A.R.E system so you too can gain great results from it. So I'm very, very happy that they are here with us today. It's going to make this event more fun than just being by myself. So I'm going to go over just a couple of things and then I'm going to introduce them to you here in just a moment. So the main thing, the main objective of what we're trying to do today is to give you a system to be able to use online so you can still generate revenue through your team, through the products that you have, the treatments that you have that may now be sitting collecting dust. So that's our goal. So what I'm going to go over is five different things that really, we have a couple more things that we're gonna go over, but there's a typo there. It's not 5, it's 4. So there's 4 things that we're gonna go over today. One is to create an online consultation. The second is the foundation that you need to actually launch this program. Then I'm actually going to go over the system itself, the W.E.D.A.R.E system. It's an acronym for how to actually do online consultations. And then I'm just going to, we're not going to have a lot of time to talk about marketing and sales funnels, but I'm just going to scratch the surface for you on that. And then we're going to end with some goal setting. So these are the things that we're going to go over today. And let me start by first introducing our panel of experts. And let me tell you, these guys are truly experts. So I'm gonna go and speak a little bit about each one individually, but then I'm gonna give them the opportunity to actually introduce themselves. So first is Madeline Casey. She's right here, the top left. And she has a beautiful location in Canada, and she has a great team. And I have to tell you, if I saw anybody motivated, these guys that are with me today are like on steroids. They're super motivated. Like Madeline hit the ground running. As soon as they told us, okay, close, she just got her team together and they started working on things right away. I'm going to have her tell you a little bit more during the presentation about some of the things that her team and herself actually did to literally generate thousands of dollars to bring her to her break-even point, even during this mess that we're in. So amazing story she's going to share with you. Then we have Miss Briana Kane. Now Briana and Linda are actually mother and daughter. They have the Estique Medispa and Plastic Surgery Center in Pennsylvania. And they have, again, hit the ground running. They have not stopped. Like Briana, she needs a vacation after this for all the work she's done. Like we would share something on the mastermind group and right away, immediately, her and Linda and their team, they're off doing things right away. So they're going to share with you their successes that they've had and the webinars that they're going to be hosting and how they were able to get so many people to actually register to attend the webinar. So you guys are in for a real treat today. I just wanted to share their success stories with you and show you that if you are proactive right now, things will definitely happen for you. So Madeline, let's start with you. Welcome, great to have you. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about what your business is like, your team, and where were you before actually this started, like the success that you even had last year versus the previous year?
Yeah, so I'm Madeline. I'm the owner of Sparkle Lifestyle in Medispa. It's a clinic. Sorry, someone walked in. Okay, so yeah, so it's a medical aesthetic practice in Moncton, New Brunswick. It's a small little place. We have a team of 6 medical estheticians, 4 doctors, and 5 support staff, team members, I should say. And yeah, like every year we've been growing at a minimum of 30 to 100% year after year. So we were actually on our way to like our best month ever when we got the bad news on March 10. We closed it. We've been closed for a good 6 weeks now. March 10 was their last day. And then Dory's right away, we had a plan and we were back on track. So just to kind of put a perspective, that we own 9 lasers, so our monthly expense are really, really high. So there's a lot of things I've done, but it's not like for me being closed, you're looking at minus 50,000 every month. So it was really important for me to stay alive, to have a plan right away. I could not just sit still. Like I would have lost my business in a month and a half, right? So yeah, so actually I can officially say that we've been profitable last month. So since we're closed, we're still having a profit. So thank you for the support, Dory. But yeah, we're doing great.
Well, you did a lot of it too. So when she said the small place, she did not mean her place.
No,
it's a small city.
Yeah.
So nobody's gonna have a small place with 9 lasers. So
no.
Just to clear things up.
And it's not even a city. I'm in a big village.
And she rocks it. So imagine. People tell me, oh, but the location, you know, I'm in a little village or whatever.
God,
it doesn't matter. Look at what Madeline is doing.
Yes.
So, well, great. Thank you so much for being with us. And then we have Briana and Linda. Who wants to go?
I'll start.
Okay.
We joined D.A.R.E. in January of 2017 is when we started. And we have 2 locations, very busy med spas with a private plastic surgical practice and a surgery center. And we were very busy in the spas and just not really bringing a lot of profit to the bottom line. And so over the past several years, we have just rocked it every year. And we, as well as Madeline, were on our way to an unbelievable upswing here. So as soon as this happened, I think it was 24 hours, 36 hours later, D.A.R.E. was on the phone with everyone and we just started this whole process. And we also, for the med spas, we are profitable since this all started.
Very nice.
It's been very interesting. It's been a lot of work. It's been wonderful to see the team members that have supported with us and really helped out to increase their visibility and increasing their time with their clients. They've been speaking with their clients personally through emails and phone calls and that, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful thing.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Well, again, these guys, the reason I invited them here is because they want to share with you what they were able to accomplish. I want to inspire you really through their stories to see exactly what is possible right now. It does not matter what we're in. There are options for us. And that's really what today is all about. And then Briana, I am just so proud of what Briana has been able to accomplish. She runs the business with Linda. And tell them a little bit about what you, like where you were and where you are now, just in some of the things that you've been implementing.
Well, we've had, I've had a lot of things on my mind that I've wanted to do, but with the day-to-day, it's been tough. And with this downtime and with D.A.R.E. constantly being, like I hear her in my sleep, you need to do this, you need to do that. You know, it's been, I've taken all these webinars and then I've done these brain dumps afterwards on my notebook and just go to work because what she says, it works. And we've really, taken a team and we've made our team a family. We're closer now than we've ever been. Everybody is bought in and they're doing great. We're doing online consultations and we're selling prepaid packages and lots of retail. So it's been really encouraging, even, you know, with everything going on in the world, that we can still make a difference.
Yeah.
I think really Briana did was go to the spa, take all of the products and the postage meter, and she turned her dining room
Behind
into.
me.
As you can see right now, look at all her ZO products.
We really didn't lose a day with product shipments and things like that, which that in itself is just great to keep the revenue coming in. And the clients need it. I mean, it's been 5 weeks. They need products.
Yeah, for sure. Well, good. Well, welcome everyone. I'm very excited. Actually, you know, it's so funny because Tara did the same thing that Briana did in shipping our books. So we've been having so many people buy my new book that she had to go today and get a whole other case, because that's what she did. She has her, whatever you call it. What's the stamp machine? The Pitney Bowes or whatever. Yeah. And she has all the stuff that she needs. So anyway, a lot of you know who I am. If you don't, you need to, because I can definitely help you transform your business. I get the pleasure to go and speak all around and write books and talk about different ways for you to elevate your success. So one of my passionate things to do is being a business advisor and really coming up with solutions to situations that you have currently and anytime. And the reason I came up with the W.E.D.A.R.E system is I remember our first conversation, like when all this happened. You heard Linda said Dory got on the phone, so we immediately hosted a Zoom webinar for all the members. And we started talking about all the things that they need right now, that how this is business unusual right now, and how can we keep going? We can't not have money coming in. So I started thinking and talking with them and realizing what could really be happening is turning our business to online. That's really what we wanted to do. And if you're turning your business online because you're closed right now, it doesn't mean you have to stay home and do nothing, obviously, like you just heard them. So what you want to do is you have two ways now to position yourself when you're marketing your business in this situation. You have a way to reach people one at a time, and then you have ways to reach people where you can reach many at the same time. And that's what we're going to talk about with you today, is how you can do one-on-one consultations by having your team actually do the process, or you doing webinars like what Briana and Linda are going to share with you. And also Madeline has done a couple, how you can reach literally hundreds and thousands of people when you do webinars. So what we're going to share with you today are steps that are going to allow you to truly reach a lot of your clients that you have right now, and also to prospect to new people through the webinar opportunity. So those are the two things that we're going to focus on. And we created actually 2 programs for the mastermind members. That's how quickly we moved on doing things. I haven't slept very much lately. So we created the W.E.D.A.R.E system, which we're going to share with you. And then next week, actually, I'm doing another webinar where we're going to teach you how to do webinars for your community. So those are the things that we're going to talk about. But first, we're going to just discuss the challenges and where everybody is right now. So you might be closed. There are some places that don't have a lot going on that might be open, but we're assuming that you're closed. And we have, when we started talking about all the challenges that everybody had, we were all like in shock, weren't we, guys? Like, could you believe it? Like, oh my God, who's taking my cheese? We were talking about who moved my cheese. It's like, God darn it, somebody took my cheese. So how do we generate money now? Like, what do we do? Do we just send everybody home? No. I was talking to someone today, and that's exactly what she did. And I'm thinking to myself, well, why would you send everybody home? You can maybe send them home, but they still need to be working. They could be doing things. So who can we help during this shutdown? And what are our opportunities? How can we really take our business online? And why should we take it online? So obviously the online consultation has so many benefits, you guys. Needless to say, it's one of the easiest way for you to launch an online revenue stream for you right now. And I want to have them tell you a little bit how, and I don't want to say that it's so easy, because it's easy because you went through the process, right? So it's not so easy, but if you have a guide to implement and to go through the process, then it is easy to make money online. So let's get everybody excited about the opportunities, like revenue opportunities that you could actually generate from an online consultation. You guys want to, do you mind being transparent and share a little bit?
Right.
I can't do it.
Go ahead.
Okay. At first, you know, like we were truly quick at moving over, going online. So definitely because I'm a digital marketer, so I love that part of my business. So we were already really active on social media. So obviously this will be way easier if you already have the presence. And if you don't have it, well, this is the perfect time to do it, because that's where the world is going. You know what I mean? Like people, the world will not be the same when we come back from this. Like people are spending hours every day on their social media. You need to be out there. And so yeah, and then you need to realize, for us anyway, my philosophy about it was that you had a clientele, okay? And now you still have the same clientele, but they're stuck at home and they still have need. So for me, it was my responsibility of taking care of my client in the best way possible. So that's why like the virtual consultation and the webinar and all that was kind of, it's, for me, was easy, because if you take your professional responsibility, you need to take care of your client. You need to be reaching out to them, like, because they have concern, like they see their Botox going everywhere, like fading, and their face like breaking out. Like you need to be there, and if you're not there, someone else will. So just taking charge your own client. So that would be, and so for me, it was just, it was easy to tell that to my team, right? Okay, like that's your responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have kind of that message, I thought it was easy to kind of tell people to book one and my team to participate.
Yeah. So we were joking a little earlier because members are sending me pictures of all their shipping packages. And it's so much fun to see them standing there with all these envelopes ready to ship due to the products that they're selling. So I told Madeline to take a picture the other day. I think she took it, but she's not willing to share it with us because she said it was just so much, it was messy.
Oh my God, it's everywhere. It's packaged in boxes and like, oh, I'm like.
Yeah. And I want you to remember what Madeline said earlier. The thing that we teach all the time is to, you want to do everything you can to generate enough revenue from your membership programs or your recurring revenue model, whatever you have, and to be able to cover your expenses. So for her to be able to cover her expenses last month is unbelievable. Like, how many people do you know that generated that kind of revenue to cover their expenses during this situation? And this is what these guys are doing. And if they can do it, again, so can you. And I'm just so proud for what you have accomplished. I think it's amazing, both of you, all three of you, what you have done so far. And we'll share a little bit more as we go through here. But first, I want to tell you why I call this the W.E.D.A.R.E system, because daring is what it takes right now. You have to be daring. You have to be courageous. You have to be confident. You can't be normal. You can't be average right now, because average is just going to be swept away. They're not even going to reappear. They're gone. What it takes right now is to be fearless, to just charge forward and do all the things that other people are not willing to do. Now, is that difficult? Madeline was telling me she's sleeping at her place right now. She's working so much. She pulled up a bed and she's sleeping there. So again, it takes a special person to really survive this fiasco that we're in right now. And that's what I wanted to do today, is to inspire you and show you all the things that you can actually do. So these are some of the programs that some of them have implemented to do online consultations. So we came up with all kinds of themes so everybody can do whatever they feel like doing. So we talked about seasonal skincare consultations. We talked about do-it-yourself treatments. As a matter of fact, the webinar that Briana and Linda and a couple of her team members are doing, I'm going to show you a sample of it here in just a little bit. It's going to be about do-it-yourself peel. We were talking with Julie earlier, another mastermind member in Idaho, and she was doing an event tomorrow, a webinar tomorrow, and they called it, what was it, pajamas?
Petals.
Pajamas, peels, and
Products.
what? And products. That's it. They called it. I love that title. That was so cool. So those are the things. You can do a full assessment, customized programs. And that's what Madeline has been so good at doing. And also Briana and Linda. Not only that, but Dr. Lazaro actually did a couple of consultations, and they actually sold a facelift. I mean, we're talking thousands of dollars. So if you're not doing full assessment consultations, then you're really missing out. You can do videos, you can do all sorts of things on new updates and trends if you want to talk about that. You can do your webinars. Those are all ideas that these guys and the rest of our mastermind members have been implementing and seeing great results from it. So take some of these ideas and come up with what you want to do and start this. Now, for them to do this successfully, you heard them talk about their teams. The last thing you want to do right now is not have some team members helping you out. It might cost you a little bit, but it's okay, because they should help you make phone calls to make those reservations. They should help you with some videos. They should help you with all kinds of things, so both of you can generate the kind of revenue that you need to really generate for them and for you. It makes a big deal. Let's talk a little bit about that whole thing with the team. Briana, maybe, or Linda, you can shed some light on that. Because the team has to buy in on this. If they don't buy in on the consultation, then it's not going to happen, right? Who's going to do it? So can you talk a little bit about the process of which you went through to get the team on board to want to do this?
Sure, yeah. We've done a few Zoom meetings with everybody to get everybody together and just talking about the importance, like Madeline was saying, it's our professional responsibility to reach out to our clients and help them. And they want to hear from us. They want to be connected to us. So we had that great seasonal skincare consultation program that W.E.D.A.R.E helped implement, and we went over it with them. And we've had people that have just hit the ground running. They've done them, they've perfected them, and we're doing really well. And our clients love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's the important thing, is a lot of people are still stuck with, oh, I'm going to call them up and try to sell them things. No, you're calling them up, you're checking in on them, you're concerned, and then by way of conversation, you probably invite them to come and do a consultation with you. So there are so many ways to really do this, you guys. Now, to do it, you have to have the tools needed. So let's talk a little bit about the tools that you're using, so they can get an idea of how you're doing this, like the things that we basically structured to make this happen successfully.
So we did get a call list. The first thing we did is the clients that we had on the schedule from the time when we closed, which was on March 16th. We went through all of them. We emailed them, whoever their provider was, they sent a personal email saying, we are doing these virtual consultations. Would you like to follow up on your Botox, or maybe you have some questions about your skincare products and how you can transition them for the spring? So a lot of work went behind the scenes for that, where they would have to get these call lists and just reach out to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that was the first part of everything.
And the thing that we talked about doing with this is to take like the low-hanging fruits. We talked about first reaching out to all the people that actually have bought products from you before. So make it easy on the team to actually get started with this. That way they feel like they're talking to someone that they already know, and it's going to ease the process for them. So then they get used to it. Then they can go on to people maybe that have not purchased products from you. So keep that in mind. You want to make it as easy on the team as possible. And then as far as using like a platform like this, I mean, many people have never used Zoom before, right? I mean, there's some people that never have, but now it's really a great way to communicate with all of your clients and make sure that you stay in touch with them. So when we first talked about the number of consultations that people should have and the income that they could be generating from it, we were discussing a little bit, how can we get our team to actually do this without having to like spend a lot of money to actually do it and have it pay for itself almost. So we talked about the commission structure, what they should be earning, right? Try to minimize the hourly as low as possible and then give them the opportunity to make commissions. And when we did the math, remember when we did this exercise, most team members didn't even know how much revenue they can make from just being out of work, that they can still make money. And when we did the math, they could make about $30 an hour just doing consultations for you. And that way it's not going to cost you. You're just giving them the opportunity to make money, and you're giving your clients the opportunity to stay in touch with you and benefit from that relationship. So there's a lot of things that go in it. Do you guys want to add anything on this slide of something else that you've done?
For us was we had to update our website and store just to make it better. We saw like a huge difference. That's for sure.
And that's the other thing. We had so many people that actually started a new shop, like online shop. We did Shopify, or if they had a plugin for their website. So we literally had to take the business online so you can start making money online. So that was a biggie. So this is Madeline's team, actually, all her beauties. And she already told you some of her success stories. But let's talk a little bit about the team and how you arm the team, because it does take talent to really do this. So let's talk a little bit about your team, Madeline, and how you got them trained, what we used with the W.E.D.A.R.E system to actually implement the presentation.
So I need to say that the training didn't start on March 10. It was like years of like really treating my team as a team and really working on, you know, process, structure, really giving them the tool to really know their product. And because that entire consultation, if you don't know your product, you don't know, cannot go anywhere, right? So it's really important to build that, not just now. So I think that was something that needs to be mentioned. But when it comes to this specific situation, I think having like a tool, like a structure, like how to do the consultation, how to approach it, definitely helped, you know, like the income and all that.
Yeah, it's just having the system, the follow.
Yeah, exactly. Because
and you know, she's absolutely right. And that's one of my biggest pet peeves actually in the industry, is a lot of people don't spend the time training their team members like all the time. And that's one thing that, again, my panel here and other mastermind members, is our focus on training is always there. So some of you may have a little harder time maybe implementing this if you're not used to all these trainings and not used to really implementing. But those of you who have been in our community for a while and you know how important training is, then the process even makes it that much easier. But just because you haven't done it in the past does not mean that you can't start now, though.
Yeah. And I think like sorry, like telling them what's going on and just making like they're aware, I think it's really good, right? Like it's more positive for them to know that the company is going well, because at first everybody's concerned, like, am I going to have a job after all this? And when you tell them that things are going well, and for me, we kind of had that discussion as a team, like who wants to do the consultation and who wants to do the phone call and who wants, because like some people are not comfortable like to actually do a consultation, but it could be they're doing something else that really helps, right? So I think like having that open discussion with your team for me was really successful.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's all about communication, as a matter of fact, letting them know where you want to take them and all that. Just like Briana was saying, that their team right now is the best that they've ever been. Like they have this nice culture now, this one unity, because of the conversations that you're having. And if they see that you care and you're willing to let them work from home or remotely or whatever, then there again is a big part of the whole process. So you need to talk about this too. And I'm sure you guys did, teaching them how to work remotely, because they don't know, they've never done this before. Like they can't just crawl out of bed and go do a consultation. There is again a process in place that we really need to be developing our team during this crisis so they can do at-home consultations. So again, there's a lot that went into that process, and it makes really a big difference. So to help you with W.E.D.A.R.E, we want to dive into the system right now. So the first thing I did with the group during our first call is we needed to really come up with some themes of how do we approach the whole marketing angle to actually get people to reserve consultations, because that's the most important thing, is our email campaign and our social media campaign to get people to know that, first of all, you're doing consultations and how should they reserve them. So that's what's so important to really get going. So one of the themes that we used is you have skincare products, but are they good for you? And we did this whole presentation around that theme, that they could be having good products, but are they really the right products for them? So once we came up with that, then you can take that theme, do all your marketing strategies to get people to reserve the consultation. And once they reserve the consultation, then your team can go through the W.E.D.A.R.E system steps to actually implement the online presentation. And that's what I want to take you through, is what these guys actually implemented is this W.E.D.A.R.E system. So the W.E.D.A.R.E is an acronym, right? So the W is the welcome and the introduction. So we'll talk about each one a little bit. The E is engage, how to build a rapport and tell them your purpose and your intentions. The third step is discovery. So to know exactly what their needs are. So you're gonna discover what they're looking for. And then you're gonna assess what they have now and how can we improve it. And then the whole recommendation process that you need to be making. So which products are good, which ones were not, which ones they should replace, what void can you fill? So that all takes place in the recommendations. And then wrap it up with the expectations. So how is this gonna make me feel? How much is it gonna cost me? And how am I gonna get this product? Am I gonna pick it up, drop it off, ship it, what? So that's the W.E.D.A.R.E system steps that our members have implemented and that have reached those results from it. So let's talk a little bit about marketing, Briana, and show them that whole marketing process that you went through. And again, you guys, this is not a wave a magic wand and things are gonna happen. These ladies they worked hard to reach the results that they have. It's not like magic, right? I wish it was, but it's not. It does take some work on your part. So this is part of Briana's and Linda's team. Nadine is their injector and Jerry is their esthetician. And that's Briana actually in the video over here. This is their landing page that we created to drive people to the landing page to actually sign up. So tell them a little bit about the whole structure, Briana, and tell them about the results, how many people are actually also going to be on your webinar. This is for a webinar, by the way.
So this is really exciting. We've really never done any kind of online consultations or any of this before. So we really took all of the tools that W.E.D.A.R.E gave us and just wanted to hit the ground running. And this was a big one. So we thought if we just set the date, we'll get the marketing out and then we can work on the presentation, but just get the date down so you do it. And so our webinar is tomorrow and our title is called Astique Secrets to Looking Your Personal Best. That's kind of like the theme of all of our webinars we're doing. And tomorrow is Spilling Secrets for At-Home Peels and Skincare. So the first thing that we did is we came up with the theme of it. And then I created a video, and let me tell you, I got really out of my comfort zone because I'm not one that likes to be in front of the camera too much. And Dory, again, I keep hearing her, so I did it, and I'm glad I did it. I think that it did definitely help because a lot of people like to watch things now. They don't really like to read.
For sure.
Yeah, so we made this landing page, and I got Jerry and Nadine on board, and we came up with a great presentation, sent the email out on Tuesday at 3:33, and by 9 o'clock at night, we had about 80 people signed up. And now we're at 110, so we're very excited. And yeah, it's great. I mean, we did a social media campaign as well for people that they could register and they could watch the little video about what we were going to talk about on the landing page. And our e-blast went out to all of our clients in both our plastic surgical arena and our med spa.
Mm-hmm. Oh, tell them about even how excited Dr. Lazzaro was, like your dad, like how he started doing this.
Yes, we originally were going to do the med spa one week and the plastic surgical practice the next and just keep alternating. And he wanted to have his own show. So he's very excited. He's got a team in place with him as well. And they just put their email out about Tuesday. They're going to start launching the plastic surgical secrets to looking your personal best. So they have a series and he loves it. So and it's right up his arena. He loves talking to people. He's not so much really good on the technical side. So that was a challenge.
Yeah.
Go
ahead, Linda. You keep pushing him, right?
We're getting very good at this.
Yeah.
And he enjoys the online consultations, and the patients are very happy to spend that amount of uninterrupted time. They don't leave their home.
With the plastic surgeon, right?
Yes.
Like this is huge.
It's a very in-depth consultation, which is kind of amazing. And they enjoy it, and they keep, we have people scheduled out for, whenever we come in, which hopefully that'll be in several weeks. And we just keep touching base with them. Our other manager touches base with them and our patient coordinator to just, touch back, keep them on the schedule. Do we need to do anything else? Constant communication.
Yeah, it does. It makes a big difference because, out of sight, out of.
Right.
So if we keep track and make sure that we stay in touch with them, then they're going to do it very well. But even Nadine, I have to tell you, the volume per guest, we teach this, right? Volume per guest. And Briana's team and Linda's team, and of course, Madeline as well, everybody really in the mastermind members, their volume per guest for treatments and for retail are just amazing. They have one esthetician, the person I just showed you, Jerry. She's her volume per guest for retail is $125. That's how much she's averaging for each person that comes into her treatment room. This is pre-coronavirus, right? That's how much she's averaging. And now between the two of them doing consultations, they're just doing a great job. They're loving it. They want to do videos. She just showed me their new YouTube channel. It's just filled with new videos that these two are just so eager to go and do the work, right? It's just amazing to me.
Well, they're experts in their field, so they're just doing what they do every day when they're in a treatment room.
Yeah, they're just doing it online now with videos. So yeah, it makes a big difference. Go ahead.
Nadine told me today, she said, it's going to be really hard for me to go back in the office because I love these online consultations so much. And sometimes she'll have a 15-minute Botox patient. She has no time to talk about anything else. And now she's like, I get to talk filler and skincare and all this stuff. And she loves it.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Nice. So what I want to go over with you next is like the little presentation that we kind of created, and also the little steps of each one for the welcome. We talked about how important it is for the team to make sure their environment in the background is professional looking, how to greet someone, how to introduce themselves, how to give credibility to the entire process that you're going to have there. So that was easy. The welcome is the easiest part. And then starting to engage and sharing that purpose with people. And we had to come up with a hook. We had to come up with an enticing offer to get people to reserve the consultations. And what has worked so well, and they can share with you maybe some other things they've also implemented, but we use the gift card for people to entice them to reserve the consultation. And then you can apply that gift card toward whatever treatments or products that they're purchasing from you. So in the engagement part, it's all about finding that common ground, building that rapport, giving a nice compliment, start building that trust with people. But you also want to tell them what the plan is for the day. So today we're going to go over what products you have, assess whether they're actually good for you, and then make recommendations. And at the end, you'll be able to use this $25 gift card toward whatever it is that you decide to purchase at the end. So that's your gift from us for taking the time to do this consultation. So that gives you the marketing ability. So when they send out the email, like when Briana sent out that email, or Madeline, or whoever is sending it, they're putting that offer in the email blast to entice the people to reserve the consultation. Because you could have the best system, but if you don't have consultations reserved, you're not going to be able to get the results that you really want. So we gave the team an overview on how to set up that entire purpose for the actual consultation. And we role played this with them, and we taught them how to do it to make sure that the delivery is definitely on target and it's going to produce results. Because the last thing we want is to do consultations and not convert. So we want those consultations to convert. So we talked about how important it is to be yourself and have fun and not be so stiff, and talk about educating the clients and truly helping them. And when you include those within your presentation, well, you just heard Briana say Nadine doesn't even want to come back in the office. Which actually might be a good thing. She can just be your sales center. Who knows? You know, you can always find another injector.
She just wants to do the consults at home because she says she just generates so much more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So then we gave everybody the forms that they needed to actually make this happen. So to do the discovery, and we talked about different ways to do that. And then gave some information about how to actually do the product assessment and what forms they really needed for that. So do you guys want to share some of these things that you actually implemented when it comes to like the whole concerns, and then here's the recommendations?
You mean like tools that I gave to my team to do the consultation? Okay, so for us, we had to kind of just review all the concern and like the good ingredient in each product, and kind of, so Alex actually like did a lot of that, just going over like all the products and the concern and the active ingredient and how to do it and the problems. That we had kind of a lot of that, and it's nice because now we have like that resource that we can give to all the other team member, and then now when she created all that, now we have those like almost like template for a skin concern, and it actually gave me tons of material to do videos, which it was actually like content creation galore. So it was actually nice to do that and create all that. But yeah, like product knowledge and concern ingredient, definitely we had to look into that.
Yeah, because if you don't give them the tools and have it be structured the way you want it to appear to the consumers, to your clients, then it's going to be like the wild, wild west. What I love about the W.E.D.A.R.E system is that it's all structured for you with exactly what you need in order to do an effective consultation. Like, for example, just this form alone. So let's say the people told you the concerns that they have. You find out what current products they have. You're going to assess them, see whether they're working or not. And then you're going to make the recommendations as to which products will be ideal for them to actually address these concerns. And what I informed everybody to do is, in case when you're assessing the products that they have, you should have an ingredient glossary that each team member will have. So if they tell them an ingredient and they don't know it, they can just look it up alphabetically and it's right there, or they can share it on the screen with the clients. So we need to arm the team members with what they need, and we need to make sure that we teach them exactly how they need to do it in order for us to be super successful doing this process. So don't cut corners is my point. You really need to be professional. You need to have a well thought out system that's going to guide your team. And if you are a team member listening to this, then you're going to be on your way to actually making money again, which is part of what we want to do, but also we want to help our clients. So you need a guest recipe form to make the recommendation as to which products they need to take home with them and how they're going to use them. And then we make the recommendations using the PRIDE system. So this is another system that we teach where it's easy to make a recommendation for your clients. And one other thing we talked about is that whole money issue with the mindset of your team. Because, you know, we hear on the news, oh, people don't have any money and people don't, you know, can't do this or that. I just want to remind you all, your clients are not those people. Your clients still have money. So we should never prejudge what our clients have or don't have, right? They had somebody sign up for a facelift, for goodness sakes. They're not cheap.
And I need to add to that for, I guess, the Canadian people that's listening to this. It's because, yeah, our industry is shut down right now, and that's probably why we have that mindset. But like 80% of my client, even 90, are still working. They just work from home,
Yeah.
and they're not spending any money right now. So
Yeah.
they have, my client have extra actually disposable income because they don't have anywhere else.
They're not eating. They're not going out to restaurants.
Exactly. So
they're not traveling.
Exactly, right? So that's, and then our government is like giving money like crazy. I swear, like just people that don't have a job probably doing more money that they were doing before. So I don't know, for Canadian people out there, like seriously, you're trying to have money right now.
Yeah, exactly. So keep that in mind. There you go, guys. So then the E in the W.E.D.A.R.E system is the expectation. So just going over the things that they need to discuss with them as far as the products that they need, how much they are, when can they start seeing results, how are we going to charge their credit card, all the little expectations from their side as well as our side. So we're summarizing basically what we found during the assessment. We told them what products are good, they can keep, which products they need to replace, and then what products they need to actually replace them with. And then once you do that, then they know exactly what's ideal for them, and you'll be able to tell them the pricing. So of course there's a lot involved with that, like knowing exactly how much is each product cost. You should have your product profile where they can price everything, because the last thing you want is when somebody's doing a consultation and all of a sudden they have to like scramble to find out how much something is. That's gonna make you lose the opportunity and not seize the moment right away. So keep that in mind and make sure that you teach your team. And that's probably the most difficult part, is the E, because a lot of people feel uncomfortable asking for money. They have like this whole, the wall that comes down. So what we taught them how to ask for money is very simple. It's the language that we use all the time and that we teach all the time. It's something like this. So Linda, on your file, we have a credit card ending with 1111. I should go ahead and use that credit card on file for the products that you're gonna take today. And that's it. It's so simple. You don't have to fumble and be uncomfortable in asking for the sale. And then you're going to talk about the delivery, how we're going, either are we shipping it, are we not shipping it, what's the process. So those are all parts of the expectations that we need to go through with everyone. So when they implement that whole W.E.D.A.R.E system, then you have the structure that you need to be able to have the team armed with the presentation. By the way, the products that we're offering right now with this, it's a 3-part product. One of them is the entire presentation that you can actually customize like these guys did and be able to use it with your clients. It's going to make your life just so much easier. So before I jump into marketing, we have a few questions that actually came in. And one of them is actually a brand new person that was in the middle of opening a brand new spa. And she's saying, I don't even know if I should even continue with opening now because she doesn't have clients. So her question is, since she does not have a database, how does she do this? It's a very good question. So you can still do this actually. You can go on social media, you can do videos, you can invite people to join your list. You can invite people to come for a consultation. Those are all opportunities that you have that you can actually gain new clients. You can do a webinar, right? So there's so many different things that you can do actually to get you started. To answer your question, should you even do this? Absolutely, you should do this. As a matter of fact, you might have some great buys right now because some people are not gonna make it out of this, sad to say, but it's a fact. There are some businesses that are going to disappear. So this will be a great opportunity for you, Anissa, to actually shop around, and you probably be able to find some pretty good deals right now on probably taking over a place. So yeah, stay encouraged for sure. So I have another question here from Susan. What type of costs are you using for consultations? Do you mean, are we charging for it? I think that's what she means. You think? What type of cost? So these consultations are complimentary right now. We're not charging for the consultation. The whole idea is to do complimentary consultations and then get them to buy things from you. We're not trying to make money from the consultation. We're trying to make money through the process of the consultation itself. So I hope I kind of found out a little bit what your question is. All right, so we'll take a few more questions in a little bit. Let me continue here with the the consultation, the marketing process. And that's what Madeline was talking about earlier, and Briana with Linda. What you want to do is definitely have a very effective marketing campaign, because if you don't have a good effective marketing campaign to market to your own database, and to also market to brand new people like Anissa was just asking. So those are all very important things that you should do. But just to give you the funnel here. So you're gonna market to your database who purchased first, because that's the easiest thing. Then you're gonna do the email, you're gonna do the videos, the social media posts, all the things that Madeline was talking about. And then you perform your online confirmation using the W.E.D.A.R.E system, the things that we just talked about. And then you process the sale and the delivery. So if you follow this format, now, of course, there's a lot that went in it. We spend literally a couple of weeks developing this with everybody doing their testing and seeing what's working and what's not. So it is gonna take a little work on your part, but once you implement it, it's so sweet. It's so nice. So I just wanted to give you some ideas here of things that you can do to prepare to launch. So get some of this legwork out of the way, like selecting your consultation team, who's going to do this and who's going to actually process the orders, who's going to ship, who's going to do all these things. So you need to outline everybody's responsibility so they know exactly what they're doing. But most important, you guys, you gotta role play with your team. You have to role play, because if you don't role play with your team, you're not gonna know whether they're doing things the right way or not. So it's really very, very important to do that for sure. So let's recap a little bit. What, like, your overall opinion or overall assessment of if you did not do this, like if you didn't right away go, where would you be right now? Like how much different your business would be right now? Crazy, huh?
Ours would be different. However, we're fortunate that we have such a great membership base. And so we have that monthly income coming in also, which has been really a lifesaver.
Yeah. Which that's what we're working on now, actually, is with the mastermind group members, is how to develop a better membership even than, you know, I'm all about recurring revenue. That's just so important to have for your business. And that's what's going to keep you going when you come across situations like this. And you know what's amazing is, like, even Dr. Stain, like from Canada, and all the other professionals that are on our group. By the way, this group is amazing, you guys. You have no idea how lucky I am to be working with people like this. But if you don't take action, and if you don't have a membership model, and if you're not training your team, and if you're just operating the business like, you know, the wild, wild west, and you don't have those structures in place, then you have that much harder time coming back from something like this. So yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. And I was just going to say the membership program is amazing. And that's definitely, Linda is absolutely right. That's what's keeping all of our clients going right now, because they have these nice reoccurring models.
Mm-hmm.
And I know for me, implementing those virtual consultation, I consider really that an asset right now in my business, because yeah, I'm a digital marketing queen here. So I did put those consultation more like in an evergreen format. So I do have some ads going on and everything. So it's everything's kind of automatic. And I'm 100% sure that this is a model that will keep going in my business. Like, it's the way for us to regenerate lead from it. It's a pop-up on our website. Like, we have Facebook ads running to them. So definitely like a nice add-on. So when we do open back, it's going to be awesome, because we'll have that income. And I increased my sale all over Canada now. We're really well established all over Canada. So it's really outside of my little community. So it was really nice to kind of open my business to the entire country.
Absolutely. Yeah. Going global. Forget just Canada. So I have a couple more questions here. I have one from Tanya. Nice to hear from you, Tanya. Boy, she's a long time friend here. So do you recommend discounting services or products at this time? The only discount you're going to give really is that gift card. Whatever the offer is, you should just give that as your way to give them a nice little bonus. So you don't really have to discount. As a matter of fact, we were laughing about this today, and how you create urgency for future appointments. You need to tell them, not only do they need to buy products, but they also need to be reserving their future treatments to get in, because they're going to be freaking out that they can't get in to see you. So right now is the time to fill all your appointment slots for like few weeks from now. And now is the time to create that urgency. So there's no need to really discount right now. Just don't, again, the people that we are dealing with are not poor people. Just remember that. Okay. So we have a question here from Leslie, and someone is already asking me how much is the W.E.D.A.R.E system. So I'll reply to that in just a second. So Leslie here is asking, we don't sell products. Should we start with this if we don't have to sell? If we don't have any to sell? I'm new to skincare. So if you don't have products to sell, then you sell treatments. You don't have to have products to sell. Just change your theme and talk about treatments instead. So that would be a good way. All right, so let me go to this and then we'll answer some more questions. So let me tell you what you will get with this W.E.D.A.R.E system. So it comes in 3 parts. So the first part is me actually walking you through the process of developing the program. And that's the first step, again, we did with everybody here. The second step, and that's another whole module, is how to introduce this to your team members so they know what's involved and what's in it for them and how they're going to benefit from it, and sell them on the whole idea. So that's part 2. And then you have part 3, which is the actual presentation itself. So you'll be able to use it and customize it on your own. So these are to learn more, by the way, about this, you can go to this link here, our website, inspirationmanagement.com, and then medispa online consultation. So you can learn a little bit more about it and see some other people on the page that have been, again, just doing so well. So then part 3 is the presentation, as I just mentioned. So there's 3 parts to it. So to answer your question, how much is it? It's actually a steal for you. To get all 3 parts, it's only $4.99. So it's usually $5.99. You get $100 off for being on this webinar. So you can go to inspirationmanagement.com, or you can go to this landing page and get your copy. So let me just ask, so they're all members, right? So they pay a monthly fee to be part of our mastermind group. So let's say you are not members and you attended this webinar and you hear someone like you telling their stories, and then you see that the price is $4.99. What would you do right now?
I would go on the landing page and buy it. I would. It's the only thing that's helped us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to agree. That's a good price for
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
as you've always said to us, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. I have it here, just follow it. And it really is it's very simple to follow. There's a lot of work behind the scenes that has to happen, but if you follow the steps, follow the process, it's actually enjoyable and fun.
Yeah.
On the other side.
Yeah. It is, because you're doing something new and exciting, and it's giving
Right.
you results. You're making thousands of dollars. So it's a very small investment to make if you're going to be able to make thousands and thousands of dollars selling products. So what we found that most people are, I mean, I had a call from Beth the other day from Colorado, and she had 1 consultation, and the total price of that consultation was over $1,000 just in skincare products. So it's like, so doable. Everybody can do it. So I'm going to give you a little bonus, which is the map to actually launch the whole thing and walk you through the process. And you'll be able to just discover this great system that's going to make such a big difference for your business. Now, this is not for everybody, but in case you are on and you're interested to become a mastermind member, this is by application. You need to go to our website and actually fill it out. And then you'll be among people like my panel today, where we all get together almost every day. We're getting together several times a day sometimes. And we just brainstorm and we apply things and we try new things. Like I said, now we're working on the membership program, and we're coming up with something I feel is going to be very amazing. Working on the webinars, doing all the things that usually these guys tell me, D.E.A.R.E, usually we don't have time to do these things, and now we have time to do these things. So keep bringing them on. So yes, if you'd like to be part of the membership, then you gain access to everything for the price of the membership. You don't have to buy things separately. So if you're really intrigued with what they've said and you want to be part of this group, just go and apply. If not, then you should at least get the W.E.D.A.R.E system for you and your team so you can implement it right away and then start making money with it. So that would be my advice for the people that are on. And then next week, just a couple of little reminder, next week I'm going to do a webinar on how to do webinars, remember? And then on Friday, I have the Brewing Brilliance, which is a book gathering with D.E.A.R.E, where I'm going over content from my book. You can buy my book now on Amazon for only $1. That's it, $1. So go get it and then join us for the book gathering on Friday afternoons at 2 p.m. Eastern. So let me take a couple more questions, and I want to respect you guys' time, but let's see. Do you have, let's see, this is from Susan. How do you provide service with memberships, Linda? She's actually asking you the question.
We have different levels of memberships, different, like a $99 a month, a $156 a month, $275 a month, and it has multiple treatments in there and discounts off of product, services. value added. You get complimentary, you know, skincare consultations, complimentary invitation with the plastic surgeons for a private consultation. But we're actually revamping it now.
Because we're leaving money on the table.
We're leaving money on the table that way. But it has been really wonderful because it's allowed people to, things that they wouldn't necessarily try, treatments, they try it. And now with this new system, they'll have much more movement to try anything. It's been wonderful. That took a while to put together. But again, we didn't reinvent the wheel. You had the program and we just followed the program.
Yep.
And we've been doing it now for 2 years. We have quite a bit of, a lot of members.
Well, tell them how much you increased your business by last year by implementing all these things.
Almost 78%.
Overall.
Overall.
Yeah. Actually, you were in the same number bracket as Madeline. That's where she was too.
It just really was, it was booming.
Yeah.
It was booming. And the team was excited because, you know, when we increase our revenue, you know, they increase obviously, you know, with their VPG. So it's been a wonderful, wonderful synergy with you and with us. Best thing we ever did, certainly for the spa business.
Thank
for
you.
our business.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's important to have people guide you. I mean, everybody needs guidance. I need guidance. You need guidance. Everybody does. And if you find someone that's a good fit for you and that can help you, then you should definitely explore that option for you. So if you're not sure what you want to do, you can always set up a success planning session, and one of my team members will get on the phone with you or on a Zoom like this and discuss what your challenges are and then make a recommendation for you. Last words you want to share, Madeline or Briana?
Yeah, I just wanted to say about the membership program. When we joined, there's some great meetings and conferences and things like this, and you're really in a group of people that that are so smart. And if there's something that you don't know how to do, like I'm not very techy, but I know I could call Madeline and say, "Can you help me?" So help me.
Yes, I will.
Because it's like a family.
It is. And that's why I keep saying I'm so blessed to really be working with people like you, because, and thank God I'm in a situation where if I want to work with people I like, thank God that I'm so blessed that I don't have to say yes to people that I don't like. It's like there are people that it's a pleasure to work with, and then there are some, you know, I fired a client before. I felt bad doing it, but anyway, it's good. I love it. I love being part of this whole progression that we're doing. And now we're focusing on relaunching the entire business, and we're focusing on that now. Now that we repaired our little online business, that was like our to go to right away. Immediately, we went to ways for us to make money. And that's really what we spent this month on. And now for the next couple of weeks, we're focusing all on relaunching, working on all of our systems, our structure, what we need to improve, what's been working, what hasn't, and let's revamp it so you guys can just relaunch in just such an amazing way. And that's really what my goal is for everyone. So thank you so much for being with us. I'm so excited that you guys get to hear from my little superstars and how they actually made this transition into making money online. So take advantage of the W.E.D.A.R.E system, and you too can be making thousands of dollars. Get going. Let's get busy now and start. So God bless. I'll see you at next events. And stay safe and stay inspired. Bye, you guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, bye.